Hello, I am Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on October 18, 2011. And, I think it's 6:46 p.m. Birmingham, Alabama. Today's topic, America. Just a glimpse of the future on how you will live. It'll be interesting because this government has done all that it could to destroy the American family unit. And in doing so, their goal is to become socialist. And again, I've said it before, socialism, communism, you can swap out the words, they mean the same thing. Now, after World War II, and then right on up to the Desert Storm, let me tell you a quick story. My cousin was stationed in Germany. He, being in the military, at times would be able to enter into behind the Iron Curtain, the wall that was put up. He said the front of the city looked like it was a nice city, nice highways and big roads, nice buildings. He said, but when you would go between take a 4-lane road, and when it would get out of sight, it would make a right turn or a left turn or even down a hill, but it was out of sight of the facade that you would see of the city. It would be out of sight of what Westerners would see, okay? Now, when that street would go from 4-lane to 2-lane, then it went to the old roads that were built by Rome a long time ago. They were cobblestone. And then they would narrow down from 2 lanes to 1 lane, still half cobblestone and half dirt. And then from 1 lane to a path, a muddy path. These are where all the people lived. They didn't live in those big buildings up front. The elite did. The government officials did. But the peasants, you and I, the peasants, the peons, we all live in government housing. There would be a buildings there with a single muddy dirt road as access. That was it. Not many people had cars. One had cars, had little 3-cylinder motors, stuff like this. Their rooms, their units that they lived in, I don't know how to call them, apartments or holes or what, but description wise, they typically had 2 rooms ranging from as little as 240 square feet, some a little smaller, up to the biggest that might reach a little over 500 square feet. Some of them, he said, could hit 600. But keep in mind, more than one family or either an extended family would live in these things. They would have the use of almost a single 25 watt light bulb. Their stoves would either have 1 or 2 eyes. Some of them you actually had to unplug their stove, got this, and put it in a drawer to have a countertop to eat on. That's right. Had 1 small sink, 1 small stove, and some of them, they were actually little hot plates that you pull out of the drawer and plug it up. And I didn't ask him about the refrigeration there, but I can assume if it's like everything else, it too was, And I didn't ask him about the food, but most of the food they did have, they they grew themselves because they didn't get it from the state or the country. So America, this is what you can look for. And you take thousands and thousands of homes that are large, the people that are living in them will lose them, regardless of their position in the body of this country as far as their job status. The government employees get these houses. These people would go to public housing, and then no air condition, very little heat, very little lighting, really, because all this money was given out to all these people that sat on their butts and didn't work for a living. They lived off the people that did work. That, figure it in your head, that cannot last forever. Pretty soon the money runs out. Pretty soon there's no more to give. That, my friend, is when you become dead on communist. I'm going to tell you this, though. Right now, there is a restrainer. Right now, it is the Christian people that pray a dozen times or more a day for this world, for the Jews, and for America, that this will not happen. But there will come a day when it will happen, when America will fall. And I heard just this morning, they can fall as far as an 8th or 9th rate nation right after the rapture. We are the restrainers. Even we today were keeping Obama from all his plans from becoming a reality. We're the restrainers, and I don't care if you believe it or not. I feel sorry for you if you don't believe it, because it is the truth. One day you're going to wake up and you'll see a lot of homes will be empty because the people that lived there were Christians. They were taken away. They were taken away. They were removed. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop it now, and I'm going to start another. I don't want to get them too long. So look for a part 2 coming up here in a moment. Jody Wolf, Expoz.